Hello, I'm Maurice Bernard. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be keeping you updated with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel. Anna is not simply stepping back into town healed and ready for quiet afternoons at the hospital. No, she is coming home with a clear, burning purpose aimed straight at Sidwell and Cullum, and that focus alone would have been enough to keep me glued to the screen. But the story has taken this extraordinary new adjustment that feels both fresh and deeply rooted in everything we have come to love about Anna. Her time away sharpened something inside her, turning old wounds into a quiet obsession that is now ready to boil over. And right at the center of it all is the growing mystery around Cassius, whose identity and hidden plans are slowly being peeled back like layers of an onion that no one wants to cry over yet cannot stop examining. I keep asking myself, could this be the same man who has been pulling strings in the shadows for longer than we realized? The answer comes rushing back from every clue the show is dropping. Yes, and that revelation is about to change everything in ways we have never seen before. What has me truly on the edge of my seat right now is how this mystery is colliding with the lives of the younger generation in the most unexpected and thrilling manner. Jocelyn is fighting so hard to break free from Cassius's control, and every preview, every quiet conversation teased on screen makes my heart ache for her. She has always been such a strong, independent young woman, the kind who charges forward even when the path looks impossible, but this situation feels different, more suffocating, as if Cassius has wrapped invisible threads around her choices and her future. I have watched Jocelyn navigate loss and love and danger before, yet this struggle feels raw and immediate, the kind that reminds me why I fell in love with daytime drama decades ago. The writers are showing us her determination without making it feel forced, and I find myself whispering encouragement to the television the way I used to cheer for the heroes of my younger days. And then, just when I thought the tension could not climb any higher, the show delivers one of those brilliant new adjustments that proves how alive and inventive General Hospital still is. Danny and Charlotte have taken matters into their own hands by slipping into Windermere, and oh my goodness, the way this scene is building has me breathless. These two young people, full of courage and perhaps a touch of youthful recklessness, are stepping into a world of secrets they barely understand, all because they sense something is terribly wrong. It is not the same kind of bold adventure we saw in the old days with secret tunnels and international spies. This feels more intimate, more personal, and that difference makes it hit harder. The evidence is right there in the careful way the camera lingers on their faces, the hushed footsteps, the growing realization that they are walking straight into the lion's den. I keep thinking, are they really going to confront Cassius directly? And the previews answer me almost immediately. Yes, they just might. And that possible attack to rescue Jocelyn is exactly the kind of explosive moment that turns a good story into an unforgettable one. The beauty of this new chapter is how it proves the writers are not afraid to let the younger characters drive the drama while still honoring the history we longtime viewers cherish. Danny has that quiet strength we have watched develop over the years, and Charlotte carries her own complicated family legacy that adds such rich texture to every decision she makes. Together, they are creating this unlikely rescue mission that could either save Jocelyn or pull all three of them deeper into danger, and the suspense is delicious. I have been telling my viewing circle that this is the kind of adjustment that sets General Hospital apart from so many other shows that simply recycle the same old formulas. Here, the story's evolving, stretching, and surprising us by letting the next generation step up in ways that feel organic and earned. As the identity and full scope of Cassius's plans start to come into the light, The obsession that has been simmering beneath the surface is turning into something almost feverish. It is not the cold, calculated scheming we have seen from villains in the past. This feels hotter, more unhinged, as if the very exposure of his secrets is fueling a new kind of madness that could swallow everyone involved. I sit in my chair each afternoon, knitting needles paused, and I can feel the heat radiating from the screen. The way the story is accelerating, with Jocelyn, Danny, and Charlotte now potentially trapped together at Windermere, has me convinced we are heading toward one of those jaw-dropping shocks that will have the whole fan community talking for months. Imagine the three of them, cut off from help, forced to rely on each other while Cassius's true face is revealed. It is the perfect storm of tension, bravery, and raw emotion, and it proves yet again why this show has endured for more than 6 decades. What makes this arc so special, and what keeps me passionately invested after all these years, is how the writers have taken Anna's personal journey of recovery and revenge and woven it seamlessly into this larger web involving Cassius. Emma and Valentine stepping up to support Anna adds such a tender, complicated layer that feels true to the complicated relationships we have followed for decades. Emma's quiet strength in deciding when to bring her grandmother home, Valentine's reluctant but undeniable willingness to help. These choices show growth without erasing the history between them. And now that same web is tightening around Jocelyn, Danny, and Charlotte, creating this beautiful, terrifying tapestry that connects the generations in a way I have rarely seen executed so well. It is different from the straightforward vendettas of the 90s, or even the more recent international intrigue plots. This adjustment is psychological, emotional, and relentlessly forward-moving. I cannot remember the last time a storyline made me feel this level of anticipation mixed with genuine concern for the characters. Will Jocelyn find the strength to break free before Cassius tightens his grip even further? Will Danny and Charlotte's daring move turn into a rescue or a trap that endangers them all? And when Cassius's full plan finally spills out into the open, how many lives in Port Charles will be forever altered? The answers are coming, and they are coming fast. The show is building the momentum so skillfully, dropping just enough hints in each episode to keep me rewinding scenes and discussing theories with friends who have been watching as long as I have. This is the kind of storytelling that reminds me why I have stayed loyal through marriages, births, deaths, and every dramatic reveal imaginable. General Hospital understands that real drama comes from people we care about facing impossible choices, and right now those choices are piling up in the most thrilling way possible. Every afternoon I settle into my favorite spot with a cup of tea, and I feel that familiar excitement bubbling up as the latest episode begins. The heat around Cassius's exposed identity is rising. The obsession is turning into something wild and unpredictable, and the possibility that Jocelyn, Danny, and Charlotte could end up trapped together at Windermere has me counting the hours until the next broadcast. It is proof that the show is still willing to take bold new turns while staying true to the heart of Port Charles we have loved for so long. Anna's return with her focused pursuit of justice against Sidwell and Cullum set the stage. Emma and Valentine's help added the emotional depth, and now this daring rescue attempt involving the younger generation is pushing everything into overdrive. I have no doubt the coming weeks will deliver surprises that will leave us breathless, and I, for one, cannot wait to experience every single moment of it. The way the writers are letting these stories breathe and intersect feels respectful of longtime viewers like me while inviting newer fans to fall in love with the same characters we have cherished. It is not easy to balance nostalgia with fresh excitement, yet General Hospital is doing it beautifully. I find myself smiling at the screen, even in the tensest scenes, because I know these characters will find their way through, just as they always have, and the journey there is what keeps me coming back day after day. The new madness surrounding Cassius, the explosive adjustments happening all around him, the courage of Jocelyn fighting for her freedom, and the bold actions of Danny and Charlotte, it all adds up to the kind of television that still matters after all these years. I sit here, well into my 60s, heart full of affection for this show that has been a constant companion through every chapter of my own life. And I feel genuinely grateful for the way it continues to deliver stories that matter. The way Cassius is now relentlessly pursuing Jocelyn has me leaning forward in my chair, heart pounding. She has fought so hard to break free from his control, yet his obsession keeps tightening like a shadow that refuses to lift. This is not the calculated scheming we have seen from past villains. This feels raw, almost unhinged, as if the exposure of his true identity has unleashed something wild inside him. The new danger he carries is palpable in every preview, every hushed moment on screen. I keep asking myself how much farther he is willing to go, and the story answers almost immediately, far enough to shock us all. What makes this arc so electrifying is how it proves the writers are crafting a fresh kind of madness we have not seen before in Port Charles. Cassius's obsession is rising higher each day, blending his hidden plans with a very personal, almost feverish need to keep Jocelyn under his thumb. The danger feels immediate and real, the kind that could explode at Windermere at any moment. And that is exactly where the heat becomes almost unbearable. Danny and Charlotte's daring break-in to rescue Jocelyn has already placed them in the middle of this storm, and now the possibility that all three could end up trapped together has me counting the hours until the next episode. Their bravery is inspiring, yet the risks are terrifying, and the show is balancing both emotions perfectly. This new crazy chapter is proving to be one of the biggest shocks in recent memory, because it takes everything we thought we knew about Cassius and flips it on its head. His pursuit of Jocelyn is not just another power play. It is the heart of a larger, more obsessive storm that is pulling in Anna's circle, Emma and Valentine's quiet support, and the courage of the younger generation all at once. I have watched the show evolve through decades of twists, but this adjustment feels bolder and more personal than anything in a long while. The writers are letting the tension build so skillfully that every scene leaves me breathless, wondering who will make it out safely and what secrets will finally spill into the open. Thank you for watching my video. I will regularly update you with the latest news about the drama General Hospital, so please stay tuned.